Hey guys, another Liger Zero, and it's the Schneider. So yeah, this is my second one, and I had to get this one. It's gonna be a while before I get Panzer, so you'll have to wait for that one. I got other stuff planned, but I do plan on getting Panzer when I can. But I think Panzer might be more expensive than this one. But yeah, this is the Schneider, and it says this is the. Oh, this is where we say I got blades for days. The Liger, I didn't mention it, is for high-speed combat. This is made for close-range combat. Hence why Schneider I forget, Schneider does mean something like blades or something. I forget what the words mean, but I think Panzer is supposed to be like artillery or guns or something. Schneider is like blades. And I forget what Liger is supposed to mean. But they all do mean something relative to the armor and the purpose. So this one is equipped with blades, and if I remember correctly, normally if he wants to attack with the blades, he'll just drop the two from the back. They'll come down to the side, and he will strike with those. Now his signature move, and I do remember this from the game on a GameCube called Zoids Battle Legends. In Desperation, the signature move for when he's at low HP, it was called 7-Blade Strike, which he would take all the blades. I take a picture of this and I send it to the friends, where he'll take all these blades, turn them forward, these come down to the side and face forward, and he just aims forward, like generating a shield. It's like he generates a barrier shield, kind of like how the Blade Liger did. I don't think he did he? I don't remember if he generated a shield, but I know Blade Liger, when he did his, he uses his shield, because there's a shield like over to a Blade Liger. He uses his shield to protect himself, and he dashes through. This one takes all the blades and points forward to strike. And like I said, this is the same as overall as the blade as the Liger. Now there is some different parts in here, mainly up here in the body, mainly like right here, because there's a white part in there and this orange part here. Different parts across the back. Like I said, there's minor differences between the three, but overall all the other stuff say. Leftover parts on this one include only is the gun off the tail, like I mentioned in Jaeger's, and these little white parts on his feet. So this white part here, normally when you build it, you have these thin white part that you build onto the feet. Let me see if I can get a focus on it. Doing it just cross-handed. So yeah, these little white parts here, you would just have these on the feet. And like if I showed them next to the Blade Liger, this Zero Liger, you see he has them on both sides. He has them on the outside. They're on the outside and inside. Where his is only on the inside, and the outside ones are replaced with these orange bits. Now on him, he has boosters that comes out the side, as you see on the top of the armor. His tail has blades that open up, and then you have the main blades on his head and on his back. So the head ones are easy. You don't normally use them, like I said, unless he's using 7-Blade Strike, which is easy enough to just take. And I do like how the top one is. We'll do that last. So the bottom blades and everything with these blades, they are made to conform around his body. So the bottom blades are shaped like that. Then you rotate these top blades. Jeez. I'm glad this is the last thing I gotta do for today, because this thing's driving me up a wall, this camera. Uh-oh. Did I put the bottom blade, the top blades in wrong? Okay, yeah. So I gotta rotate because, yeah, they're not in right. And pieces are coming off. That's the one thing I don't like, is pieces do pop off. Nah, it's not a big issue, but oof. Trying to get these blades in here. Alright. So yeah, I keep forgetting that it's the for the small blades, it's the it's how they bend inwards. That part has to be inwards. Same thing with these. It's like the blue part has to be on the outside for the other blades. And then you take this thing, then you take the top blade, which is funny because it's on this little thing that, oh crap, I thought I glued you in. Pretty sure I super glued you in because you're one of the sections that, despite it doesn't look like it needs to be glued in, you should glue it in just so it holds. But if one thing I like is that this top blade is on this little thing that you can move up, and then you fold it over, and now he has a blade on the top of his head. He's ready to strike down at his foes. And you probably, we're only at 5. We still need 2 more, and this is one thing I kind of dread about this kit, is that there's always a section, and there's always that section right behind the head that is the loose or the worst in terms of parts that wants to pop. Liger, it's the connection handle on the boosters, and here it's the same thing. It's these little boosters. So this is the fun part. I say fun, but I'm dreading it because it's not really fun. And also, like I said with the other one, you have his body can be, I think his body is opened up. Yeah, his body is open. This is one where at times where I said the body opening you want to have open because it gives you clearance to get these things out. So you open up that and you pull out the blades. And like I said, you can also push the body back in afterwards. You get them down. And they also have things too, so you can turn the blades forward. So now he's in 7 blade form, which is pretty amazing for what you can do with a 7 blade strike time. I do know when I was playing Zoids Battle Legends, until I was able to get this and got the upgrade to do more damage, I used the blade Liger, and then I tried to explore how, like, yeah, we're just cutting through like a knife through butter, a hot knife through butter, because he just slices through them. Though for Future Century, it's easy because he can go through everything, even Berserk Fury. Though when I do the Chaotic Century or other centuries, it's the blade Liger with the attack boosters, because there's some enemies in that game you just can't cut through. And the Death Sword and other stuff that's big like that, you just can't cut through them. So yeah, and I didn't want that to happen. So yeah, I do have minor complaints like this. It's Kotobukiya, so at times I'd be like, please just no. And then I'm just like, crap. And yeah, you can have your normal blade strike. And like I said, when you open up his body, it's easy to get these things out and in place. But when you don't, oh boy, you're fighting, you don't have stuff popping off. Now I'm gonna see if I can get these back in place. Because technically you don't have to rotate, this should just all go backwards. And I think this is the one I had where the head did not want to, yeah, the cockpit does not want to stay in place for some reason. It just always fights me. But yeah, that's the blade Liger. I mean, like, this is your Schneider. I'm using blade Liger because I wanted a blade Liger next. Yeah, I paid a good amount of money for this, and both of these they're labeled as the marking plus, so they do come with markings. And honestly, because these are the more older kits and the HMM, you're going to pay a good amount of money for them. But it is worth it, though, because they are solid, but just be prepared, though. You might want to have some of this on hand to the time you get cement, because you're going to want to glue some pieces in, and the manual pointed out, too. Glue is required. There's no way, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to want to glue parts in. But this was actually really solid and fun to build. I do like it. Can't wait to do the Panzer next. And then do the Blade Liger. And I think that's like, I did see a few more I want to get after this one. I'll see. But I just know that's dropping $200. Over $200. At least $230 each on these things. So maybe see how it goes. So this is Liger JPS. We just see the S in my name, and we'll see the P sometime in the near future. So I'll catch you guys later.